So this is the final chapter, and hopefully you can learn something from this chapter. Especially this is the hot topics about globalizations. Right now it's happened and it's true. It's real. Okay. Okay, this is the outline for chapter 6. We discuss about global environment challenge, impact of globalizations and offshoring on engineering employment, engineer in 21st century, global economy, and the last is about engineering entrepreneurship. Okay, so I expect that we can cover subtopic 6.1, 6.2 and also 6.3 for today. Okay, basically for global environmental challenge and engineering solution, so this is a slideshow about SDG. SDG is short form for the Sustainable Development Goal. We already discussed this SDG. You already done your work, your group project, and also your individual assignment regarding to this SDG, regarding to the Sustainable Development Goal for your individual project. Right? They have 17. They have 17, but they have new other goals added recently, but we concentrate on 17 goal that it's first established few years ago. Okay, so basically the goal is the number one is no poverty, number two, zero hunger, number three, to have a good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water, affordable clean energy, decent work, industrial innovations and infrastructure, reduce inequality, sustainable cities and communities. For sustainable cities and communities is include smart cities, intelligent cities and many other things. Responsible consumption and also productions, climate action number 13, life below water, life on land. This is hot topic as well. So we want to preserve our foods, not just for this generation but also for the future generations. Peace and justice and also partnership for the goal. Okay, so this is the goal that discussed during first meeting for SDG. Okay, they have many actually. They have many. Industry. There are many industry and company, and also community that's involved in the SDG. One of them is Mitsubishi Electric Group. So it's not compulsory to have all the goals to achieve by each industry, but at least you can concentrate on several goals. So this is the example for the Mitsubishi Electric Group. They concentrate on 6 goals out of 17. Okay, so they concentrate on clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, responsible consumption and production, climate change, life below water, and also life on land. So this is a few SDG goal that they are concentrate, and they contribute to those goals. So this is example for Mitsubishi Electric Group. Okay, to ensure the access to water, sanitation, and also sustainable management. So in this goal, Mitsubishi produce equipment for water treatment plant, including various detector, panel water display, advanced water purifier facility to support for the supply of the safe water. So this is all activity that they use. It's not split from their main businesses, but they involve their businesses toward the SDG goal to ensure access to water, sanitation, and also sustainable management. So this is one example that they can contribute for the society, for the SDG. Okay, this is also one of the water clean, water treatment technology. Basically, Mitsubishi produced ozonizer nearly 50 years ago, and this device to purify water using ozone instead of using chlorine. So this is another method that they can contribute to the world, to the global water environment. Okay, this is one of industry that's very close to us in Batu Pahat. So you can browse the internet. You can check Ramatech. So Ramatech is one of the industry that located in Batu Pahat. If you notice, if you go to Batu Pahat before BP Mall, at the left side, after Sri Gading, after Sri Gading traffic light, they have Sri Gading industry plant. So very near, you can find from the Google Map, the ramatech.com. So basically, previously I have my experience work at the Ramatech. So Ramatech produce Adidas clothes, but is for export purposes okay, especially to Europe. So basically, the Adidas clothes that's export to Europe is produced by Malaysians. Okay, so you can see the water success story. So this is the process that's involved for the innovative manufacturing. Start with production, MBR, membrane reactor, reservoir. They have a reservoir, river water, and this is all the process that involve. They use RO, reverse osmosis, and also ultrafiltrations. This is all the process that can purify the water without harm to the environment. Okay, so this is what they claim. Ramatech also proved possible what many in the textile industry do not think was achievable, which is to reducing water use and complying with industry standard ZDHC wastewater guidelines. So they have they follow the certain standard especially for the wastewater guideline. So by using the that technology, they can reduce 60% in the freshwater use. So they use, if you notice, they use river water, and they have a reservoir using reverse osmosis, and this technique can reduce using fresh water. So if you use fresh water, of course, it's consume a lot of water, especially for the textile industry. So it's can impact to the environment if they use so much water in their production, in their daily activities. Okay, so by the end of the year 19, the commercially available recycle system have Ramatech reduced the freshwater withdrawal by 60%. So this is their achievement. Okay, this is also example from the Mitsubishi Electric as well, to secure sustainable energy and expanding its use, especially on the power generation, transmission and distribution. So basically for the Mitsubishi Energy is produced on all stages of the electric supply, start from generation until to distribution. So they use their own technology in order to optimize the power generation, start from the plant to the consumer. Okay, so this is a story from the Ramatech as well. Okay, it's about freshwater, as what we discussed previously, and they can save more than 60% freshwater consumption, and also they have positive energy. That positive energy, basically they use solar panel for their electricity, zero waste facility, and also for chemical, what I call process for disposal. So this is activity that Ramatech have done in order to preserve for the environment. Back to the Mitsubishi Electric, they also involve in smart grid and smart communities. They have a solution for all what they call as smart communities, like a smart cities, but is if inclusiveness, start from the power generation, power transmission, power distributions, and also to the customer. If you just concentrate on the smart city, normally they just concentrate on the customer side. But for smart grid, smart communities, it's involved start from the power generation until to the end user. Okay, I think smart grid you can read by yourself. That is electricity network, enable two-way flow electricity and data. So it's not just electricity, but also is carrying data as well. with digital communication technology that can detect, react, and respond to the change of usage of the multiple issue. So if they found that they have any issue regarding to the electricity network, they will alarm to the center side, command center, control center, in order to take action to solve that problem. Okay, for PV power generations, Mitsubishi Electric produce photovoltaic by themselves. For generation system which have high output and high efficiency, this is technology that can help environment as well. The rest is securing for the sustainable production and consumption that relate to the SDG number 12. Basically, for this one, they use method reuse and recycle businesses, where start from previously when they start reuse and recycle business, it's just started with 6%, and now they can optimize reuse and recycle business to 70%. So Mitsubishi Electric have maintained the final waste dispose ratio of less than 0.1% for 13 years, and for the 7 years at affiliate company in Japan. So it's less than 0.1%. So it's basically a huge impact for the sustainable production and consumption. Okay, green procurement. Okay, so right now they have many what they call procurement that's been documented. Okay, Mitsubishi Electric published the Green Procurement Standard Guide, which is there are many various law and regulations to conduct eco-conscious material procurement. So they use online instead of paper. For climate exchange, they have a product which is support for the energy saving product. It can reduce the CO generations during product use. So they have an aircon and also other electrical appliances like fridge, aircon, and many other products. Okay, and they produce what they call as eco-conscious product for the housing, for the building, which is include lighting system, aircon, escalator, elevator, and also home electrical appliances that can achieve efficient energy usage. It is such as energy management system and multifunction controller, in order to maximize the usage but to reduce the power. Okay, for life below water, they also conserve for the sustainable use of the ocean, sea, and also marine resources. If you notice, so they have a few crews or employee for ME, Mitsubishi Electric, and they are what I call monitor, or they are do field work at this drain, parit. Okay, so if you notice, they have what I call biawak kat sini, nampak? This is one of the example for the life below water. Okay, as a part of activity designed for coexisting with nature of the local communities, they study condition of animal, plant and habitat at their own business site lah. Okay, so that means even at their plant or business site, they still preserve and give what I call proper condition for the animal surrounding. For life on land, so ME protecting and resolve ecosystem and preventing the loss of biodiversity, and they develop satellite ALOS 2 or Daichi 2 which is can create map observe land, assess the disaster and explore the resources. So they can observe the degree of forest degradations in the rainforest area. So this is normally when we what I call focus on life on land. So normally we think that we have to preserve or have to save for the tiger, for example, right? For the bear, tiger, and other wildlife animal. But for ME, they use satellite in order to monitor for all, I mean the end-to-end solutions. So they can monitor for the any impact of the disaster. They can observe the land activity. They have, for example, poacher. For example, poacher of log any unlegal log activities, pembalakan haram dan sebagainya. Okay, so they monitor through the satellite. So from there they can observe the degree of the forest degradations in the rainforest area. They also what they call initiate they call as Satoyama Woodland Preservation Project in 2007, which is aimed to restore the surrounding natural environment near their business site. Okay, so we go to the second subsection. This is about impact of the globalizations and offshoring on engineering employment. So these are also hot topics about outsource. How you outsource your work in order to optimize your profits. Okay, company have been outsourcing work for the many years. In outsourcing, specializations company provide their service to client at lower price than the client company can do the work in house. So that means, for example, you have one product, but that product is not all produced by your company. It's not end-to-end product ecosystem or process. For example, you have one modem, for example. Okay, so maybe casing is produced by other company. For what I call communications board is produced by another company. For power supply board is produced by another company. So you outsource all parts according to the certain standard, and at the end of the day you do assemble as one final product, and you claim that that product is owned by your company. So basically outsourcing this work to foreign or offshore company can give advantage of the lower labor rate. For example, if you found that another country that have a lower labor rate, so you send your product for production, so at the end of the day you can get the product at the low rate, minimum cost. Ultimately, conglomerate begin to collapse under the weight of the acquired company. Profit started fall and company begin to retract to their core business. So they discover that they should shed ataupun pisahkan even core function by hiring them out to the company that could do more efficient and those less expensive. As what I mentioned, if you are not expert in one area, it's better you give to the other professional, to other industry to solve that particular problem. So by using outsourcing you can do that. Outsourcing made sense because specialized company could provide their service to many client company at a lower price. Okay, they have many pros. Advantage by outsourcing. Basically, you can get the benefit of the free trade and globalization. You can when product and service can be produced more cheap at overseas at abroad, it make more sense to import than produce is domestically. Like other company, for example, in Batubara, in this area like Fujitsu, Sharp, it's owned by Japanese previously, but the production, assemble, the process, and the product is happen in Malaysia. So why they didn't assemble in Japan? Because in Japan they have high labor rate. That's why they set up plant in Malaysia, and they use Malaysian employee work and in that plant. Even not just normal employee, also for example engineer. So this is a good culture in order to give what I call exposure to the Malaysian people and also to the professional in Malaysia as well. So much of the revenue earned abroad return to the country in wage for their employee investment in R&D. So when you can outsource your process or your product outside, so you can focus on specific area that you want to focus. For example, in R&D, and you can focus on profit for the shareholder, and also you can pay less for the tax to the government. It doesn't matter where the work is done, as long as they can give profit to the shareholder. That is more important things. Company must do what best for their investor. So if you are own company, so you will think the same. Lower price good and service are good for the all consumer. We also want to have product, service or goods with low cost. For example, if you want to buy one laptop, if you can pay only 2,000, why you need to pay 3,000, right? So just the same, what they call the same quality, but different made of. For example, made in Japan and made in Malaysia, they use the same process. They use the same process, but made in Malaysia, the price is 2,000. Made in Japan, the price is 3,000. So most of people will prefer 2,000 for the same product, but made in developing country. Okay, and also the pro is will improve the economy at the poor country. Okay, so the cons, so price drop, only marginal, due to the offshoring, while wages decrease, sustainable due to the employment. So when they have no what I call when they have unemployment, for example, if you produce the product outside Malaysia, so what happened to the people in Malaysia? They have unemployment. So this is also issue that they have to overcome. Okay, this consider profit to be made from outsourcing and retained by the rich, while the middle class pay higher tax, loss purchasing power. Foreign water from worker do not contribute to the country. So this is one of the contra. Company could save more by outsourcing the CO jobs. For example, average US computer engineer earn 6 to 7 times in India, but US CO get paid 400 times. So you can see the difference between these different CO. The more sophisticated job, the local worker are supposed to take on, do not exist. Is the upfront for the local worker. And the last is work is often outsourced to the country where law are not protective. So for example, if you produce your product at certain country that don't have protected law, so maybe your product can be copied by the others. So in terms of IP, intellectual properties protection is not secure. Okay, so you can go to this YouTube channel. You can see what is the advantage and disadvantage of globalization. Okay, for offshore outsourcing, job loss or economic opportunity. So if you refer to this slide, you can see from time 2000 to 2015. From 2000 to 2015, they have several job, especially for the computer and mathematics occupations. If you notice in 2000, is 26%. But in 2015, it's become 14%. Okay, so they have several occupations that you can outsource. one of them is computer and mathematics occupations. So, for example, programmer. If you found that in Malaysia that it's difficult to have a good programmer, you can ask maybe from India, from China, and you can outsource that task to them, and you can see this decreasing of the occupations. In certain country lah, okay. But if you notice in certain what I call professions or job like office and administrative support occupation, they still remain. It's not significant falls. It's in 2000, if you notice, it's 53%. Until 2015, still remain at the 15%. Okay, 4% of the firm reporting offshoring by worker type. For computer programmer is the most. So this occupation can be outsourced easily. Software engineer, customer service, system analysis, but marketing basically they have to be done by the local employee. Okay, you can refer to the YouTube channel and you can you can see what is the globalization. I don't want to go and see the YouTube channel, because we want to. You can go and see the YouTube channel by yourself. Okay, 6.3 is about engineer in the 21st century global economy. So this slide show that the skill needed for the engineer in 21st century. They divide into three parts: foundation literacy, competencies, and also character qualities. If you notice at the foundation literacy, for the foundation literacy, this is all the component. How student apply core skill for everyday task. You can notice that at least they can have capability for the literacy, numeracy, scientific literacy, ICT literacy, financial literacy, and also culture and the civic literacy. So these all literacy that is qualities that's needed by the student, and by using this literacy they can apply for the core skill for everyday task. So this is a common one, and not just for the engineer but also for the other profession as well. They need to have qualities in literacy, numeracy, scientific literacy, ICT, finance, and also culture. For competency, that especially for the complex challenges, they need to have what I call qualities in terms of critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, communication, and collaboration. So if you notice, these all qualities is required by the engineer. So that's why if you see our CLO, course learning outcome, we have to consider all these things. Critical thinking, problem solving. So we give student one task to design something. So at the end of the day, you have to find a way to overcome for that task or assignment. And creativity, communication, and collaborations. For character qualities, this more concentrate on character. So, how students approach that change the environment? If they have curiosity, initiative, persisting and grief, adaptability, they have quality for the leadership qualities and social and cultural awareness. So this is like additional what I call qualities, especially on the character qualities, in order to improve their value. They have value. If you have these three skill component, I mean conditional, literacy, competency, and also character quality, you can become a good engineer to facing the global economy. Okay, this slide show for the job require skill, social skill, have search. Okay, so if you notice this part need minimum math skill, for example, child care workers, not required much math skill, laborer, welder, janitor, dental assistant, police, not need to have much math skill, but for those, for example, engineer, mathematicians, food scientists, clerk, accountant, they need to have good math skills. Whereas for the those who need social skill, like a lawyer, vocational counselor, social worker, nurse, designer, so they need to have social skill. If you compare with this kind of job like laborer, tool and die maker, statistical clerk, and so they do not need to have much social skills. Okay, this slide, exhibit number 3, is about a variety of general and target learning strategy. So, how to teach all the skills? This is the list to teach all the skills by encouraging play-based learning, break down learning into smaller, create safe environment for learner, develop growth mindset. So this is all activities in order to improve your skill. This, for example, one day when you get married, you have kids. So if you want to direct your kids to become a person that have a critical thinking and problem solving, you need to what I call give more activities on constructive feedback. So that means when you give tasks to your kid, then you ask him or her to give feedback on that task have been done and what the process that you need to do. Creativity, for creativity, provide autonomy to make choice. So you give your kids or your student to make choice. Offer opportunity to build and innovate. Okay, so this is one of the activities that can improve their creativity. For communications, create a language-rich environment. So, for example, it's not just bilingual in your house, in your home, but maybe you can have additional languages. For example, Japanese language, Spanish, Chinese, English, Malay, and many other languages. Collaboration, foster greater respect and tolerance to others. So By using that, your kids can collaborate. It's not just for kids, but also for if one day you become a lecturer, or you become a teacher, or you are become a trainer. So you can adapt these all activities in order to develop social literacy skill to your worker, to your kid, to your student, or to others. Okay, top 10 skills. If you notice, in 2015, this is the list that required for top 10 skills. They need to have workers that have a complex problem solving, coordinate with other, pupil management, critical thinking, negotiations, quality control. But in 2020, complex problem solving still remaining as the top 10 skills. Number 2 is critical thinking, creativity, pupil management, and is cognitive flexibility. So this is sourced from the World Economic Forum. So World Economic Forum basically the body that established that propose or introduce your SDG, 17 goal for the sustainable development goal. So this is the body for the from the WEF, World Economic Forum. Okay, for 21st century engineer, so this is quality that needed by the 21st century engineer. They must attitude maker, trusted innovator, harm avoider, change agent, master integrator. So this is all the quality need as a 21st century engineer. And also those engineers can document faithfully, participate in team effectively, persuade respectively, explain clearly. So this is all the quality that needed as a 21st century engineer. So for example, document faithfully, so that means you have to write the not just a good report, but you have to tell the truth, the faithful. Participate in team effectively. So if you notice right now, they have many what they call startup company. Startup company. So what they are doing in startup company, basically they are based on the project-based activities. So they get salary from the project that have been done, successfully delivered. So so basically, for startup company, they don't have so many employee. They normally they have less than 10 employees, 10 pupils. And they are work as a team, and they need to have good collaborative skill in order to finish all the tasks have been assigned. Persuade respectfully. So this is especially those who are deal with client. So you must have that skill in order to persuade your client, your boss, your employer, to achieve certain goals. Explain clearly. Engineer have that skill. If you say like you have to solve this without make some explanations or limitation. So at the end of the day, maybe the project can success, but it's not at the optimum successful rate. Okay, present concisely. Of course. That's why if you notice, there are many projects in the courses, and you have to present your project. Prioritize compassionately. This is also you must prioritize the task. What the task need to, you have to schedule accordingly, and you must perform or complete all the tasks timely. Organize, realistic. So this is also important. For example, if your client have that much budget or cost, so you have to finish all the project by certain budget limitation lah. So not all project can successfully success, but sometimes it's partially success. So it's depend on the budget as well. Okay, World Grand Challenge. This is all the challenge facing by new engineer, especially you all. This is a few project challenge that still need to overcome by those engineers today. Like make solar energy economical, still because what you know right now, for example, for PV solar, for example, the efficiency fall between 20% to 30% only. So you need to produce or design the new PV system that can utilize maybe up to 15%, 60%, and that means you can get more energy by using the same area of the PV system, but you can get maybe multiple energy, 3-4 times that what can get right now. Provide energy for fusion, from fusion. This maybe from the nuclear energy. Develop carbon sequestration methods. Manage the nitrogen cycle. Provide access to the clean water. This is all the challenge for the engineer for the 21st century. Reverse engineer the debris, prevent nuclear terror, secure cyberspace, and many other. Okay, so you can also follow or see the this video. Okay, I think that's all for today. So for this part, engineering entrepreneurship, we will proceed maybe next week, and at the end of the session for the next week, we will discuss a little bit about your test 2.